Yo, what the deal? It's your boy X.E.L. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Thank you for coming back. But if you are new here, definitely like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. That'll let you know when I drop another video. If you are here for beats, I have a link below. It's called Beats You Need, or you can just go directly to my website. It's gonna be xelohh.com. All right, so I am continuing my Reaper production on the channel. So all the Reaper people rejoice because there are more videos coming for you guys. I'm just going to do a real quick drill beat inside of Reaper. Let's get right into it. All right, so here we are in Reaper. Default Kamala is the theme I am actually using, and we're just going to try to make a beat real quick. Let's see what we can do. Okay, and for this, I'm actually using Sample Tank 4 for the sounds on here, and I actually have them bust out into 4 different tracks. Makes it a little easier for me to get everything set up. And if you want to have a video showing you how I actually set this up to look like this and set up this way, definitely leave it below in the comment section. All right, so I started off with a piano, and I have this as a default theme that I set up. So I start off with the piano, and I think I have a violin for the second one, and the other 2 don't have any sounds on them yet. So let's kind of get something started. All right, so I'm using the floating piano roll, and let's see if we can find something we want to do here. So I'm gonna go down here to where it says key snap. So I'm gonna get it to snap to a scale. That'll make it a little easier for me. Let's go C sharp, natural minor. So it won't let me put it on any track that's not in the scale. See, like this note here isn't in the scale, so it skipped it over. So let's see if we can get something started here. Start on the root note, and let's stretch this out to about a bar. All right, so let's duplicate this over, and let's kind of just mess with this the middle note. So real simple progression. And let's duplicate this over again. And let's try to change it up a little bit. And all right, so let's actually break up these last 2. So I'm gonna hold down Shift and hit S with my mouse pointer on the actual track. And once I hit S on there, it's gonna cut right where my mouse pointer is. And now I have 2 lines there. And let's cut this one as well. So basically I'm just cutting it in the middle of that bar. So let's see where we want to go. Do we want to go up with this one? So let's do a up and a up. I think that'll work. So let's actually copy all of this. Control C, and let's go down to the next instrument. So I can go right here. I don't have to actually click on the outside. I can stay in the piano roll and go down to the next option. I could take off this record option here and just do a paste. Make sure I'm at the beginning, hit the W on there. Make sure your track's at the beginning. Control V, and now I have this in here, and I'm gonna bring this up an octave. Actually, let me just bring just the middle up an octave. So if I right click on these keys, it should highlight all the keys inside. So I'm gonna make sure I'm on the right one. And I'm gonna bring these all up. I'm gonna hit Alt on the keyboard and then hit the up arrow on the number 8, and that'll bring it up an octave. So this is what we have now. All right, I think that's pretty dope. I might want to, let me just drop these down an octave, the strings, just so I can get another feel. Yeah. So let me close out the piano roll real quick, and I'm gonna go to this sample tank right here inside of the mixer. And that'll bring up the sample tank so I can see what's going on with it. Let me move this over. All right, so if I click on this note, it'll bring me to the instruments I actually have selected. So let's find another instrument really quickly here. Let's do some voices. Let's try, I think we're gonna run with that. All right, so let's go into that piano roll once again. I'm gonna bring up the first one because I like the way it looked. And let's go down to this one here, and I'm just copying and pasting the same exact progression, but I'm going to, I think I'm gonna move these up as well. So I'm gonna hold down Alt and the number 8 on the keyboard to bring those up. So now I got that little high choir in there, and I also have the lower ones. And let's bring this one up as well. So I'm gonna close out this piano, and let's go into the sample tank. And I have it set up, like I said, to where I can just go in here and add instruments, and it'll go automatically to like this track 4. So I'm gonna highlight that track 4 so that it is the one that's selected. And let's see what else you want to put in here. Something ethnic, maybe. Let's take off the voices. Let's go with the ethnic stuff. Let's see if we can find. All right, so let's run with this sound, and let me show you some tricks inside the sample tank. So I'm gonna bring up that piano roll again, and this time I'm gonna go to this 4th one here, and let's do another copy and paste. So just copying and pasting the same exact chord progressions over and over, and we're going to see. All right, so let's bring these down though, so it'll give a different tone. All right. I don't know if that's too low though. All right, so let's see if we can manipulate some sample tank in here. All right, so we're in sample tank, and we're gonna go to this groove players. It's right down here, right above the piano, this groove players section. Let's go in here, and we have an option to turn on this player or loop. So I want to do that for sure. And now we just need to kind of find out what we want to do. And I want to do, let's do an arpeggiator, right? So I'm gonna do the sample tank one, and let's do a arpeggiator one. Let's try that one. No, that's not it. I think that'll work. Really nice and subtle in the background. Let's keep going. All right, so this is the piano roll I'm gonna use for the drums. So I'm gonna have my hi-hat in here, and let's put a loop on here. So this button here will turn on the loop mode, and I'm gonna turn off these keys. 1/8 should be fine, and it's going toward the grid. So first thing we need to do is actually change this to a 1/16 so we can get our bounce right. All right, so I need to get the first ones right. So I'm gonna move these over. So it's gonna be like put one, skip two, put one, skip two, right? And then you're gonna repeat that action again right here on this, at that halfway mark. So I put one, skip two, put one, skip two, put one. So now we should have this. And we have that nice little drill bounce that we want to actually use in the beat. So let's duplicate it over. All right. So we want to actually add a couple of accents in here just to give it that extra bounce. So what you want to do though, when you actually put them in there, is lower the velocity for these new ones that you're putting in there. So I'm gonna put one here. I'm just gonna lower this velocity. And I'm gonna click on it again just so that the next one that I put in here will have that same velocity. And you can just pretty much put them wherever you want to. Just add them, you know, I guess kind of sparingly if you want to. There's no real rhyme or reason sometimes of where you want to put them. But if you want to actually do like rolls, you want to make sure you put them in the correct places so your rolls will hit really nicely inside the tracks. All right, so I'm going to actually, I'm going to bring these in. I'm going to delete this back part, right clicking and just dragging across. Delete those, grab these first ones, highlight all of them, do a Control D, and I'll duplicate them over. So now we have and that gives it a nice bounce to your actual hi-hats in here. Then you can just move on to your snares. All right, stretch this out, and it is at the velocity that I want. So, and you want that the second one to be delayed. So I'm delaying it by a bar or a little or a measure, basically. So that's the way I want it to actually sound. So now I can just highlight these two and just do a duplicate. So now I'm just going to add another one here just to give it another piece of bounce inside the track itself, and then we can just go over to the kick. Kick will go here, and we'll delete this one, move this one over, and put one there. So now we have the boop, 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 boop at the end instead of it having it in the middle. All right, so add an open hat really quickly in here as well. Not where I wanted it, but that's fine. All right, so now we can just add another little perk in here just so it'll give it a little more pizzazz. So I'm just gonna lower these right here. So it's kind of like it fades out as it goes. All right. like that. So I'm gonna actually duplicate this one over. So it kind of does it twice. And let's go down to the last perk in here and see if we can find. Now we have pretty much the whole track together. We just need to add an 808 bass and we all good. So let's go to the first one because I like the way it looked. And we're gonna go down to the 808 here. Let's color it, give it a color. All right, so let's work on that first part and see if we can get something going here. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in a little just so I can kind of see where I want to cut things. Hit Control and I'm gonna grab this one as well. And I'm gonna do a hold down Control and grab the notes and just drag them up. So that way we'll have them dragged up. All right, so I'm gonna go and grab this first one and bring it down to this F, go to that G. Let's make sure the key stuff is on. Natural minor. So I'm just gonna bring these up one more octave. So I'm gonna do a Alt and then hit the number 8 to bring it up an octave. And what I want to do is move them over. Right, so what I'm gonna do is highlight these and I'm gonna hold down the Shift key just to move it over just a little bit so it'll give it that, that sliding motion that I want. And I'm just gonna take the ends off of them. So now we should have a nice slide. And let's cut this one up. All right. Control, drag over. So all of these are gonna pretty much slide. So let's see. I'm bringing up another octave just so I get a All right. So I know that took forever to do, but this is what you gotta do when you're doing drill beats. So let's copy these over. And this is going to make it come back up. It might not work too well. All right. So we should have a pretty good drill beat here. If you guys have like any comments, questions, concerns, definitely leave them below in the comment section. Just a real quick drill beat for you guys inside of Reaper. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Make sure you guys do like, make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so I'll let you know when I drop another video. Make sure you guys are joining me on Discord. I'm going to actually start doing some reviews for your songs or beats that you actually send in. It's going to be going through the Discord, so definitely join the Discord in order to actually be a part of that. And when I do my lives, I'll actually listen to you guys' beats, give you some critique if you want to, and definitely join me. And with that being said, it's your boy, X.E.L. Till next time, people. Peace.